Morning, everyone. Today's going to be a busy day for us. It's going to be kind of cool, about 60 degrees. It's going to be high winds again today. Sun's supposed to shine all day. We only have a small handful of yards. Should be, I don't know, about 10 to 12 yards, but all total we're going to have about 14 acres of grass to cut today. So we're going to go out and start cutting, and we'll see you at the next yard. Okay, we're pushing through the yards pretty decent. We did gated community already, and then get a video of another one of our big yards here. Starts off in the front small, and then it just opens up big. Gives you an idea. We're just going over this here real quick, like we don't have to get all these because we're going to be back again. But I got to put my coat on, it's getting cold. So let's watch Vicki cut for a while. If you look at this yard, it's got clippings everywhere. And I don't know if you can see this or not. You can somewhat see it. There's a lot of clumps and chunks and everything there. So what Vicki's doing is she's going over top of it, going over it once, then I come over and cut blowing that way, cut when I'm coming back, I'm blowing this way. So we push the clippings out until the clippings disappear. And this is the only spot that we have to do this in the whole yard. I don't know why this grows so fast, but it does. But so it'll take us it takes me about an extra 10 minutes, but this is the only spot that we have to worry about it.
that's what a 3-acre yard looks like. The only reason why we really started cutting out here is because we used to live by here. Actually just right next door pretty much. One thing that we had a problem of, I didn't realize it until we got here and started cutting in the back, is about 2 miles up the road is a dairy farm. They milk about 800 head. And of course they produce lots of manure. As soon as we started cutting on the back side of the house, we got to realize that they fertilized this whole field, so it doesn't smell very pretty here at all. This field goes up alongside up to the tree line up there, and that's the start of where we used to live. It's a nice neighborhood. It's a farming community. This is like the little town back in the day, the early 1900s. This used to be one of the busiest stops along US 23, because US 23 used to be come through this town until they moved out along the shoreline. But yeah, I think there was 4 gas stations here and a general store, a couple general stores, restaurant, everything. So it was a nice, really big community at one time. But yeah, if you look through the woods, yeah, let's see if I zoom in there a little bit. That used to be our old house. You can see through there or not? Yeah, not really. Somewhat see it. Anyhow, that's, yeah, you can see somewhat of my pole barn there, but yeah, that's where we used to live. That was a nice small yard too. That was 2 acres, but so this is an idea what 3 acres is. It takes us, oh, I'd say it takes us about 45 minutes to cut this whole yard between 2 of us, so it's not too bad. But well, we're gonna go cut the next one and we'll see you at the next yard. Okay, we just finished the last big yard out in the countryside. So this one was about 4 acres, I think it is, something like that. So we skipped over one big yard that was 4 acres that did not need to be cut. So it's actually, we skipped over that big yard. We skipped over a smaller yard. Let's see, what did we do? We skipped over the one big yard, we skipped over a smaller yard that didn't need to be cut, and we just cut this one here. It's starting to wind down for us really, really fast now. So it's 3 o'clock right now. We're gonna go home. We have to wait till after 5 to cut the next 2 yards because the business has got to close. And if we're there when they're there, it's not a good situation on them 2 businesses, just because they're so busy and there's so many people there. And just easier all the way around if we just wait. So we're just gonna wait and take a little bit of lunch here. So we're gonna go finish them, or we're gonna go cut them too, and then we'll be calling her even after that. So we will see you at the next yard. Okay, just finished up my last yard. It was a pretty decent day. The sun was out till about 11 o'clock, and then it just big old, you know, the sun was out till about 11 o'clock, and then the heavy cloud cover moved in, and it just, the wind stayed up about 15-20 miles an hour, and it just never really warmed up today. So it was kind of cold all day long, kind of cold and damp all day long. But anyhow, we made it through the day. No major mishaps, no nothing really to, you know, no problems of anything. So it was a pretty decent day for us. So I am going to go drop the trailer off now and call her a day. So everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.